Breaking news. The clouds are dark over Los Angeles, and the sound of thunder is not coming from the sky. It's rumbling inside the Chargers locker room. Bolts Nation, what you're about to hear isn't just news. It's the kind of drama that can define a franchise's future. It's about the heartbeat of our offensive line, the foundation of our quarterback's safety, and the cornerstone of our championship dreams, Rashawn Slater. So listen closely, because this isn't just another offseason headline. This is the story every Chargers fan needs to know. But before we dive deeper into this intense situation, subscribe to the channel if you're a true member of Bolts Nation. Like the video to show support for your team. And don't forget to hit that bell icon because the news we cover here, it's what defines seasons. Let's jump in. The calm before the storm. Every great NFL team has that one player who holds everything together. For the Los Angeles Chargers, that player is Rashawn Slater, our Pro Bowl left tackle, the silent protector, the anchor of our offensive line. He's not just blocking pass rushers, he's guarding the future of our franchise. So when rumors started swirling that Slater was unhappy with his contract situation and might hold out, it didn't just raise eyebrows. It sent panic across Chargers Nation. Slater has always been quiet, humble, and consistent. He's not the guy to make waves or stir up drama. That's what made this situation even more shocking. For the first time in his NFL career, he skipped OTAs, those optional team workouts that, while technically voluntary, are often seen as a sign of unity, commitment, and preparation. It was a signal, a warning, and Bolts Nation heard it loud and clear. A franchise cornerstone goes silent. For weeks, fans were left refreshing Twitter, waiting for updates. Would Slater show up to mandatory minicamp? Would he skip that too and risk getting fined? Was this going to become another ugly contract battle that tears teams apart from the inside out? Let's be clear, this wasn't just about money. It was about timing. It was about respect. It was about the Chargers proving to Slater that he is more than just another name on the roster. He's the guy. Remember what happened in Pittsburgh when TJ Watt held out? Or Trey Hendrickson in Cincinnati? These weren't just news stories. They were cautionary tales. And the fear was real that Slater might be walking that same path. If he didn't report to minicamp from June 10th to 12th, the team had the right to fine him for every missed day. And it wasn't just chump change. We're talking thousands of dollars, real consequences for a team trying to stay focused on one goal: a Super Bowl. A glimmer of hope. Just when things started to feel hopeless, a moment happened that changed everything. Slater showed up for the Chargers Media Day photo shoot. It was subtle, sure, but it was also a message, a small flicker of hope. Maybe this story wasn't headed toward disaster after all, but that flicker needed fuel. Because we've seen hold-ins before, players show up but refuse to practice. It's a loophole that keeps them from getting fined while still applying pressure on the team. So the big question remained. Would Rashawn Slater actually take the field? Lightning strikes at minicamp. And then, it happened. On Tuesday morning, during mandatory minicamp, Rashawn Slater walked onto the field in full gear. Not just to stand around, not just for optics. He participated, fully, in team drills, in position work, as if nothing had happened. And that moment, that was bigger than any touchdown or sack. That was a statement. For the first time all offseason, the Chargers had their entire starting offensive line intact. Slater at left tackle, Bradley Bozeman at left guard, Zion Johnson snapping at center, Mekhi Becton at right guard, Joe Alt, our highly touted rookie. At right tackle, the wall had been rebuilt, and the signal was loud and clear. Rashawn Slater is in. The swagger. We needed even more encouraging. Slater didn't just report, he showed up ready. Head coach Jim Harbaugh revealed Slater completed his conditioning test a day early and even said it was too easy. That's not just confidence, that's swagger. That's the kind of energy this team needs going into a season full of question marks. Coach Harbaugh also made it crystal clear where the organization stands. Everybody here, I speak on behalf of the organization, totally supports Rashawn. We know what he's trying to accomplish for himself and his family. There's no contract standoff to speak of. Those words? Reassuring, but actions speak louder. And Slater's actions showed fans everywhere that he's locked in, at least for now. Why this matters more than you think. Let's not underestimate what this means for the Chargers. In a division that includes teams like Kansas City and Denver, every inch of protection matters. One missed block can mean the difference between a touchdown and a turnover, between a healthy season and a shattered dream. Slater isn't just a piece of the puzzle, he's the border that holds it all together. And now that he's back on the field, the Chargers can focus on what truly matters: building chemistry, executing Harbaugh's system, and chasing that ever-elusive championship. But is it over? Not so fast. Just because Slater is practicing doesn't mean the contract issue is dead. Negotiations are still happening behind closed doors. And as we've seen across the league, situations like this can turn sour real fast if not handled with care. The hope is that the Chargers do the right thing, reward Slater, lock him in long term, and remove this cloud of uncertainty once and for all. But until pen hits paper, Bolts Nation should stay alert. Because when your season depends on one man's ability to protect your most valuable asset, you don't take chances. Final thoughts: the calm after the storm? So, where does this leave us? We've got Rashawn Slater back on the field. We've got a full offensive line ready to go. We've got public support from the coaching staff, but we still have a long way to go before this becomes a done deal. Every practice, every media report, every moment matters. And as the season creeps closer, one question will define everything. Can the Chargers protect their quarterback and their future? Only time will tell. But for now, Bolts fans can breathe a little easier, because the cornerstone of our offensive line isn't just back. He's fired up and ready to dominate. Don't miss out. If you want real-time updates like this, without the fluff, without the distractions, this is the place to be. Subscribe now to stay ahead of the curve. Like this video to support the team, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss the next big update, because trust me, what's coming next is going to rock Chargers Nation even harder than this. Enter Jack Jones. The name might not have sent shockwaves when it first surfaced, but trust me, if this move happens, the Chargers' defense could go from being a solid wall to a steel fortress. A secondary that doesn't just defend, but devastates. A unit that doesn't just hold the line, but erases the opposition. Jack Jones is no ordinary free agent. He's a risk taker, a playmaker, a defensive wild card with the swagger and confidence to face any wide receiver, any quarterback, on any Sunday. Yes, he's had his ups and downs. Yes, there have been discipline issues. But what championship team hasn't taken a chance on raw, explosive talent? Let's not forget, this is a man who tallied 6 interceptions and 2 pick-sixes as a rookie with the Patriots. A player who reads the quarterback like a seasoned chess master, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. And while 2024 may have been rocky with the Raiders, he still led the team in pass breakups and interceptions. That's production you don't overlook. That's the kind of edge the Chargers need in close battles, playoff pushes, and do-or-die moments. If the Chargers make the move, and Jack Jones suits up in powder blue and gold, it sends a message to the league. We're not rebuilding, we're reloading. So now the question isn't whether the Chargers can compete. The question is, can the rest of the league keep up? We've got our franchise left tackle back in rhythm, a quarterback with something to prove, a head coach hungry to bring glory to LA, and possibly a secondary about to gain a shutdown specialist. That's not a rebuild, that's a revenge tour in the making.